Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. So I haven't been posting lately, but busy. Birds are all up and breeding at the moment, 20 pairs up, and up till today, Sunday, I have rung 30 chicks. Did lose a little day-old baby this morning, but it was expected. It just didn't look right when it was when it hatched from day one, so which is sad, but these things do happen, and I've seen my fair share in 30 years of breeding birds. So, we just move on, unfortunately. We don't get too attached to things like that. But yeah. So this is really just a quick video, really, just to explain what medication I use. Or in a way, I don't use. Many years ago, I would put medication in the water or in the food regularly. 3 monthly is probably every 3 months I was doing something with them, medication wise. And I believe I learned the hard way. I know there are people out there, and good friends say, oh, I do it this way, I do it that way. But I don't bring birds in very often, which is where sometimes the root of the cause is. You bring too many birds in, you're bringing bugs from all over the place. So I'm just going to run through what I do really, and it evolves around 2 items. Now this particular one, which is a canker treatment, is called Ronivet S. Okay, that's back to front. Never mind, I'll do some photos in a minute and add them in, don't panic. So the active ingredient is what I look for, and again I'll do a little bit on the active ingredient because it is in a lot of other products, including pigeon products and all the rest of it. This is a specific cage bird one, and on here it says treat every 3 months, which I did, regular as clockwork. But for some reason I found that my birds, I almost knew my birds were due this, because there was just something about it. Whether it was me and in my head, I'm not sure. But there was just always something. I thought, Ronivet S must be due soon. So what I do now is I only treat the babies after breeding. So when they're in the weaning cage and I'm happy they're drinking and feeding, they will get treated with this or a other product with the active ingredient. And I tend to be led by what the latest one is by Kevin Eatwell, our vet on the UKBC channel. And I'll mix it up. I won't use the same thing. But like I say, I only now treat the babies. Now, if I had a case of an adult that I thought, yeah, I think there's something not quite right, I would then treat that bird, but individually. I wouldn't necessarily do a flock treatment unless I saw the signs. And I think I've learned over the years that you've got to look for certain signs. It's no good, just thinking I'm going to treat all of these, whatever it might be. So Ronivet S at the moment is the one I'm using. I'll treat the babies at weaning. The other one, which I do regularly, is Ivermectin Spot On. Now, a lot of you that you will follow me will know that I used to use, or I have used, and I promote the use of Moxidin, I think it's called, but it goes in the water. I have got some here on the shelf. But with so many birds, I can be up to 150 birds. I found that I was having hot spots of red mite, mainly in the flights. The cages weren't a problem because I believe that the hens and the cocks were drinking more to feed the babies, and it didn't affect the babies, not that I saw, and the babies that were feeding that were going on to breed and everything, so I couldn't necessarily say that there was a problem. You do need to be careful though. But like I say, in the fly, I just kept getting hot spots of red mite, and I was spending every weekend cleaning with my poultry shield, and my Domestos Earth would be put around. So it was causing an awful lot of work. And as you'll see further down the videos, I did the lining of the wall with plastic. And it's a lot easier now to clean because I can just wipe down with poultry shield. But I've gone back to spotting the ivermectin on. This is not the standard one. This is a 0.5. So I only do it every 6 months. And that's how I'm going to do it. Now, this is the first year I've gone back to spot on ivermectin, and we'll see what happens. There's nothing at the moment, and my bird room is fairly warm, so I haven't seen any red mite yet. Now, going back to the Moxidin stuff, I do still promote it for pet birds without shadow of a doubt, because I do believe they will drink enough in that isolation on their own. And do you want to be catching your bird regularly to put ivermectin? Because you, as the paying public, can only probably get hold of the 0.1 ivermectin, or the German product. I can't remember the name of it now. So you are looking at a weaker dose that's got to be done more regularly. And yeah, so that's what I do. I will always be looking for problems. I'm looking for dirty bums all the time. And obviously with the UKBC having Kevin virtually at the end of Facebook on a post or a message or whatever, I can react quite quickly. I've got a few products floating around, but to be honest, I need to check the dates on those to see, if they're still in date. If not, they'll have to be got rid of. So that's really the medication that I use, and that's it. There is nothing else. I think a lot of it may be going back to how I feed my birds. I make sure that they've got the best diet. The environment's clean as well. There's lots of fresh air. Just before I started this video, the big fan came on behind me. So I've had to switch that off so you can actually hear me. Yeah, airflow and all that, it makes an awful lot of difference. Stale air will kill birds just as much as a disease or whatever. So I'll try and tag some pictures of this on at the end of this video, and maybe some links if I can find some. But like I say, there are lots of different products with the same active ingredients in, and try and go for an individual treatment for canker. Don't necessarily buy, there is one called Harker's 4-in-1, but you're treating for things that A, budgies probably don't suffer from, and B, have your birds even got them? So you're treating for no reason. So I hope that's out. Any questions, message me. I try and reply to as many as I can on YouTube, but not as quite as useful as on Facebook. But if you want to find me on Facebook, I'm quite happy to help. You can go to UK Budgie Lovers, join that group, which I'm on, or come and join us on UKBC. Any problems, let me know. Thanks a lot.